mother's Chinese, and her mother is obviously she came here, and I guess there's some loophole that allows her to participate for China, and the Chinese government paid her a lot of money. It's kind of funny that a communist country would pay a woman to be propaganda as a capitalist.
And I heard she got $6 million for going there, and I heard the sponsorship. Over the last year, she got $23 million from different Chinese sponsors.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, so she's a very, very attractive woman.
This is Boomer Esiason, former NFL player and current radio host, who called out.
Do you see these as 2 silvers gained or 2 golds lost?
I'm the most decorated female free skier in history. I think that's an answer in and of itself. How do I say this? Winning a medal at the Olympics is a life-changing experience for every athlete. Doing it 5 times is exponentially harder because every medal is equally hard for me, but everybody else's expectations rise, right? And so the 2 medals lost situation, to be quite frank with you, I think is kind of a ridiculous perspective to take. I'm showcasing my best skiing. I'm doing things that quite literally have never been done before, and so I think that is more than good enough. But thank you.
Olympic gold medalist Eileen Gu, who won 3 in Milan and has 6 total in her career. The attacks are depressing as much as they are ill-founded.
And she's extremely bright. She went to Stanford. But if you listen to her post, participation interviews, she's insufferable. She is. It's hard to listen to, but then again, it's an individual sport by an individual person talking about herself, as opposed to talking about her teammates or the support that she receives.
I mean, you sent
me you one yesterday.
If
you listen to her, you're like,
I can't argue
what?
it. I can't. I mean, but how about that question that woman asked? By the way,
they didn't ask her about the communist government of China.
Well, of course not.
Rather rich, these 2 doofuses would talk about being insufferable when we hear what comes out of their fat, aging mouths.
As young women, I think it is easy to doubt. And I mean this as in like instilled, self-instilled self-doubt, but also maybe external subtleties and like little micro things that make you doubt yourself and over time make you afraid to try. That's why we see rates of young women participating in sports drop off precipitously between the ages of 11 and 14. And so as far as trusting yourself, the power of sport is unparalleled because it is evidence over affirmation. You don't tell yourself, oh, I can handle the pressure. Oh, I'm so great. You do it time and again. And another thing, I said this earlier in an interview, I said, sports are really honest because you can't lie to yourself. You know when you stayed late and other people weren't there. You know when you showed up early and other people weren't there. You know when you gave 100% in training day in, day out for months. And so it's not about, at the last second I tell myself a chipper little line and call it a day. It's the fact that I look back on quite literally years, like decade of hard work, of pouring my heart and soul into this sport. And so it's trusting myself, but it's building that trust every day. And so that's a big reason why I encourage more young girls to get into sports, because I think that the power it has to build and instill that confidence in people is a really special and unique form.
How can you hate on this? How lazy are you to not even look at any of this and think, yeah, she speaks from the heart, uplifts other women, and just gets it?
And what I want to say is thank you for the American athletes who represented America and gave their best. And just compare and contrast to some of those athletes, and I won't even dignify them by giving them a name, that train in America, that live in America, that were born in America, who have enjoyed the freedoms that America has given them. And then they don't even have the respect for the country in which has given them so much to represent that country. I wonder why. I can think of about 20 million reasons why. But I noticed at the end, that person didn't get on a plane and go back to that communist country. They came back to the free country, the US of A, who is the best country in the world to give them that opportunity. And just compare and contrast with what we saw with the men's hockey team. They are proud to be an American, and they showed it, and they left everything on the ice. So congratulations to all the American athletes who trained here and have pride in their country.
House Republican Conference Chair Lisa McClain, who represents Michigan, performed this act, probably to try and get on Fox News. It is pathetic.
I think overall, I'm just a pensive person. Like, I'm an introspective young woman. Like, I spend a lot of time in my head, and it's not a bad place to be. I journal a lot. I break down all of my thought processes. I think I apply a very analytical lens to my own thinking, and I kind of modify it because it's so interesting. You can control what you think. Like, you can control how you think, and therefore you can control who you are. And especially as a young person, like I'm 22, so with neuroplasticity on my side, I can literally become exactly who I want to be. How cool is that? Like, how empowering is that, right? And so the fact is, I get to become every day the kind of person that me at age 8 would revere. Like, I would be obsessed with me today. Are you kidding? I would love me. And I think that's the biggest flex of all time, that you can have like little younger you be proud of you today.
Meanwhile, Gu stands 10 toes down, being proud of herself and her accomplishments.
I certainly think that somebody who grew up in the United States of America, who benefited from our education system, from the freedoms and liberties that make this country a great place, I would hope that they want to compete with the United States of America. So I'm going to root for American athletes, and I think part of that is people who identify themselves as Americans. That's who I'm rooting for this Olympics.
Fox News, however, would see an opportunity. Gu would reply to the Vice President of the United States, playfully stating, "I'm flattered. Thanks, JD. That's sweet." When asked if she felt like a bit of a punching bag for a certain strand of American politics at the moment, this was her answer, quote, "I do. So many athletes compete for a different country. People only have a problem with me doing it because they kind of lump China into this monolithic entity, and they just hate China. So it's not really about what they think it's about. And also, because I win. Like, if I wasn't doing well, I think that they probably wouldn't care as much, and that's okay for me. People are entitled to their opinions." Yeah, let's be real. This is all posturing and, in a way, psychotic. To say that someone is not as American as you, or because of the values that you represent, is not just dumb, but also shows that you are a flat-out imbecile intellectually. You know who I've seen make this argument? Even today, I saw this clip. Riley freaking Gaines. Why? Because her boyfriend is now on a green card, which, hey, if you didn't suck up to the Trump administration and you didn't make your entire career about eradicating trans people, to quote Michael Knowles at CPAC, I don't know if your husband would have been on a green card. I really don't. So I think in a way, pardon the pun, you played your cards right. But she said, my husband who's on a green card is more American than all of these people that protested and all these people who are hating on the men's hockey team. Look, Eileen Gu hit the nail on the head. The reason why they are so mad is because she's winning. If she finished 10th, you think this would be a discussion? No, it wouldn't. She's allowed to do whatever she wants. And there are some who are really upset that Eileen Gu is getting paid. She's getting paid to compete by China. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were free market capitalists. I thought you guys were saying the market will dictate everything. Let the market play out. You know what it also says? You guys should be paying your athletes. Team USA women's hockey winning gold. Flying back on coach. Taking a regular plane like everybody else. These athletes get nothing. Nothing. And Boomer Esiason and others are mad. They're mad. Oh, cry me a freaking river. And Boomer also saying like, yeah, you know, I mean, it makes me nauseous. It's nauseating. It makes me sick. You know what is kind of weird? Framing your argument about the communist country of China, which you clearly know nothing about, and then also complimenting her looks in your rhetoric has nothing to do with it. And Greg Giannotti over there just stroking you back and forth. My God, suck up to him harder, man. What a pathetic bunch of losers these people are. Absolutely disgustingly pathetic. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.